Alright, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. As it, for the Israelite foreigners, from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. I was watching a video, kind of inspired to make this video that I was watching. Is about this whole fiasco, this whole frenzy, this whole stupidity that is the U.S. market, and how Esau has really set a trend of ways to destroy the people that's trying to make a world for themselves. In other words, I was sitting there thinking about, because I'm thinking about a nice word of saying it without cursing, but there's a reason why the scripture says rich and the poor. And this man has really have outdid himself so much that he is crushing, he is destroying, he is demolishing the poor to the point where there's no way out. You can't go out there and make your own business for having some type of license. You can't make your money like the rich is making by putting your money into the stocks. The one thing that people had the opportunity to make a little bit of money, and yet look what happens. They're restricting. Robinhood imposed 1 share buy limit on dozens of stocks, amending GameStop scrutiny. So you can't make nothing on your own. Small businesses, like the news always said, are being destroyed heavily. People that invested money into something, they're losing heavily. Everybody's losing except for who? Esau. And now it's gotten to the point where it has spilled out. Everybody had assumed certain things, but now it's in people's face. And what is it doing? Is making the people realize this is not a fair game that we've been playing from the get-go. Because here it is, this one particular thing that we all could have got richer, or we could rely on ourselves to do, they taking that away from us. And this is going to leave a bad taste in the mouth of the people. And what do people do? When they finally realize the game is rigged, they end up losing it. People are about to lose it. All right? Men, women that's out there, they're about to lose it to the point of no return. And the elite's been waiting for this for a long time. But the one thing that they fail to understand, which they know, but they're playing that role. There's a lot more people than there's the elites. Okay? There's a couple of scriptures that came in mind, but one scripture I was like, yes, I must bring. Proverbs 15:27. He that is greedy of gain, trouble of his own house. Hey, the scripture clearly says a house that's divided against itself cannot stand. Here it is, Esau is not even throwing his own people a bone. His own people, all right, who was smart enough to do these things that the other Edomites did, and he's not even giving them a chance. This man is wicked to his own house, man. All right, matter of fact, it says, but he that hateth gifts shall live. The heart of the righteous studieth the answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. And that's what we're seeing. All right? Because bad times, I was sitting there contemplating through the spirit, really thinking about it. The Lord is about to collapse everything at once. This squeeze that we're seeing right now is going to be the greatest squeeze ever. You're talking about oppression on a high level. You're talking about people dying left and right. The Lord is about to let loose, man. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get this real quick before I continue. I believe it's Sirach 16. That one. Salakia. Sometimes things are easier when you just read it from the book itself. You know where everything is at. It says Sirach, I believe it's 15. I'm gonna have to get back to this one. Alright, let me get back. I'll come back to this. Because the scripture I want, it fits. It befits this. But going back to Sirach, Proverbs 15 and 27, it says, "He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house." So Esau, being greedy, showing no mercy. Here it is, people, they're not even making that much money as they are, but they had to stop people. They had to put a halt on the trade market with Robinhood, which that's user friendly for poor people to make money, so they don't have to rely on the government. And what did the big wigs did? They corrupted it. And the Biden administration, the new president that people love so much, you niggas talking about I'm free, all this dumb shit, pardon my French. What did he do? Nothing. All right? There's corruption throughout all of America, man. There's corruption everywhere. This whole land is corrupted. Matter of fact, since I am, I'm looking at it as I'm speaking. Let me get this one real quick. Sirach 10 and 2 to the point. It says, "As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers." And we like to use this scripture particularly when we talking about, them being the wicked, perverted people that they are. But it's also about their greed. Because this whole system is built on capitalism. And capitalism is built upon people just making money off of anything. But they set it up where, like Biggie said, not only Biggie, because that was a sample of a song, but sky's the limit. So it's limited for you people, the poor. You have a glass ceiling, but for the elites, it's unlimited. And a lot of the elites, they sit on old money, while you people out there trying to work and bust your ass, trying to pay bills and so forth, and thinking that a college education is gonna help you achieve another high level. These people are getting money from their grandparents, their daddy's daddy, okay? And the money that they got is stolen money. They have a lot to pay for, man. All right? But it says, "And what manner of men of the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein." So all these people out here are greedy. All these people do anything for a buck. All right? And we all know that. Especially if you're a Jake from the hood, what people would do for some money. A man will sell his mama for some couple FRN notes. Because this place is corrupted, man. Everything about America is corrupted. An unwise king destroyeth his people. So here it is, a ruler who's supposed to know better how to rule his people, destroying his own people. And that's Esau for you, man. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right? Matter of fact, the scripture I was looking for, let me see if I can rephrase the thing real quick. Just own people. Oh, there it is. It should be Sirach. There it is. I'm slacking. Sirach 14 and 4, but the point is at 5, I believe. "He that gathereth by defraud his own soul gathereth for others, that they should spend his goods riotously. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in good things. So he's even more wicked to his own people. So that's why his people looking at him like, wait a minute, we're trying to make it. We don't want to be a welfare case. We don't want your money. We want to make our own money. But yeah, you taking and robbing your own people. This is Esau, man. There is none worse than he that is envious of himself, and this is recompense of his wickedness. So he envies his own people, his own self. That's why this house, this thing that's called America, will never stand one bit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end it off on, I believe it's Proverbs. Yep, 28, and I start at 15. It says, as a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is the wicked ruler over the poor. Do I have to say any more? The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor. So this man that has no sort of understanding is a great oppressor, man. All right. I believe this word is Ishak. Okay, it's my shock. My shock. Yeah. Exhortation, deed, exhortation. So it says from oppressive, oppression, oppress. Now let's go to the word Isaiah 14. This always comes up. Matter of fact, I saw that 15. 5. It says, no, I'm sorry, 4. Thou shalt take up this parable against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased, and the golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people with continuing stroke. And this is a smote. This is a bruise. This is a hurt. You hurt. They have hurt in the financial system, period. And the avenues of people getting out of poverty, they took that away from them. All right? They playing a game that is going to hurt them eventually. This is why it says what it says. I believe the word I'm looking for is stroke, right? Let me read on. It says, he that ruleth the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Because in the time in the kingdom of heaven, he's going to be remembered for the things that he done unto the people. But let's look up the word stroke. I believe it's blow, wound, slaughter, blows. This is makah, sorry. Blow, stripe, beating, scourging, wound, slaughter, defeat, conquest, plague. Do I have to say any more? I'm looking for the word. Okay, let's look up this one. It's nagash. All right. So the Hebrew word for oppressor is nagash. The press, drive, oppress, extract, extra, demanding pressure. To press, drive, to extract, to exact, driver, taskmaster, ruler, oppressor, tyranny, lord, exalt, extractor of tribute, to be hard pressed. And that's what's happening to the people of America. You being hard pressed. All right. There is no way of getting around it. You thought all right, I'm gonna sit on here. Okay, you close business down. I can make money in Bitcoin. I can make money on Robinhood and all this other good stuff, which is nothing wrong with making your own money. But this man has placed it in the way he's attacking all avenues of people making financial gaining for themselves. So that way he could oppress you, all right, to rule over you. Because at the end of the day, matter of fact, I'm going to have to go to the scripture. Proverbs 22:7. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. So the avenue of things is he wants people to come for him for everything. He wants to rule the people with a rod of iron. All right. And all aspects of you making your own. You want to buy silver, you want to buy gold, you have to come to him. All right. This man is making it difficult for everyone. So this trouble, this man has perfected this oppression. So what's gonna happen? You talking about a great revolution, a great insurrection is gonna take place right before your eyes. All right, and then they're gonna plan to take things away from the people. The Lord is making it, and that was a point that crossed my mind. The Lord is, we wanted certain things to happen, but the Lord is covering all grounds. There's nothing left in America. Matter of fact, I have to get the scripture. Isaiah 19, I believe it's 5. All right, Isaiah 19:4, it says, the Egyptians will I give into the hand of a cruel Lord, and the fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up, and they shall turn to the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and the flags shall wither. And it says, in the paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, even and everything sown by the brooks shall wither by the driving away and be no more. So all this sort of, because the paper reed, if you look it up, was a very important thing for the Egyptians. They could use it for everything. So if it dries up, they can't live. They can't do certain things without this in this particular plant that was in the Nile River. So the Lord is basically, on a nutshell, he's drying up all avenue, all sorts of income that anybody that's think they have is going to be taken away from them. Matter of fact, the precept to that real quick, Zephaniah 1, I believe it's 9. Nah. Right, 10. It says, it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second great crashing from the hills. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchants people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off, which was talking about the economy. So all form of way of making bread, which we call money today, lakam in the Hebrew, but all forms of making your own finances is gonna soon wither away, because everything's going digital, and this man is leading everybody to that RFID microchip, which entails going to lead the people to be oppressed and bend the people to their will to take that chip. All right. So this whole economy system is rigged from the very jump. And if you look at it, how the Rothschilds made their money, they made their money by manipulating the market. So you look at it, it's like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. But they're not allowing you as a poor person to make it. And this is how you know what the Lord is setting up is going to be the most beautiful. Everything's going to happen all at once. All right. And I'm going to end it off on this. Amos 9 and 13. Yes. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper. And that's what's going to happen. The people are fed up. The people are poor. The people are going to lose food, money, loved ones. They're going to take their hands. That's where the true insurrection is going to take place. All right. So with that being said, I hope you brothers edify. Salakia, I couldn't find a certain particular scripture. It took me a while, but I found it through the Spirit. Niggas. But when I'm come back, do another show. Shalom.